Welcome to Wrestling Sphere, where we celebrate the true legends of WWE. In today's video, we're taking a look back at the greatest female wrestlers of all time. Women who didn't just make history, but completely changed how the world views women's wrestling. From legendary icons to modern-day superstars, this list is a perfect blend of talent, charisma, and timeless influence. So who is the true queen of WWE? Let's find out. Rhea Ripley, the new dominator of women's WWE. Rhea Ripley isn't just a champion. She's the new face of brutality, attitude, and power in WWE's modern women's division. Born Demi Bennett, the Australian wrestler joined WWE in 2017 and quickly made waves in NXT UK. It didn't take long for her to become the brand's first ever women's champion, kicking off a dominant reign and grabbing the spotlight across WWE programming. With her rebellious look, edgy short hair, and intense glare, Rhea broke away from the typical mold of female wrestlers. But what truly sets her apart is her unmatched strength, speed, and commanding in-ring style. Every time she steps into the ring, she gives off the energy of someone in total control, calm, calculated, and always knowing when to strike. After moving up to the main roster, Rhea cemented her status by defeating Asuka at WrestleMania to win the Raw Women's Championship. Later, she joined the Judgment Day, a major character shift that made her image darker and more dangerous than ever. In 2023, she toppled Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39 to become SmackDown Women's Champion, ending the Queen's reign and solidifying herself as one of the most dominant champions of the modern era. Rhea Ripley isn't just a rising star. She's redefining what it means to be a female WWE superstar. She proves that brutality and confidence can go hand in hand with style and presence. She is the future, and that future is already here. The Bella Twins. Brie Bella and Nikki Bella were among the most iconic faces of WWE during a time when women's wrestling was starting to gain more serious attention. Debuting in 2007, the twin sisters quickly became fan favorites thanks to their perfect blend of beauty, personality, and entertainment-driven performance style. Nikki Bella captured the Divas Championship twice and once held the title longer than anyone else, a testament to her staying power and lasting appeal. Meanwhile, Brie Bella carved out her own path with a Divas Championship win and heartfelt performances, especially when tied to personal storylines like a relationship with Daniel Bryan. What's worth noting is that even though they weren't always praised for their in-ring technical skills, the Bella Twins still managed to build a powerful brand. Their smart image building, stage presence, and confidence in big moments made them stand out in an era filled with talented female wrestlers. After stepping away from the ring, both sisters continued to thrive in television and business. They starred in popular reality shows, appeared in game shows, and launched their own fashion and lifestyle brands. In 2021, Brie Bella was inducted into the Hall of Fame, a milestone that recognized not only her individual achievements but also the incredible journey of the Bella Twins as a duo. They helped transform WWE from just a sport into a full-fledged entertainment empire. Bayley. Bayley didn't arrive in WWE with a flashy look or a standout background. But it was exactly her relatable charm, humble beginnings, and fiery passion that slowly won over fans. Starting in NXT in 2012, she made a strong impression with her bubbly, ponytailed, hugger persona and cheerful demeanor. Yet behind that was a gritty, determined wrestler who kept pushing forward with pure talent. Bayley has captured nearly every major women's title in WWE. From the Raw Women's Championship and SmackDown Women's Championship to the Women's Tag Team titles, she became the first woman in WWE history to achieve the Triple Crown. She didn't stop there. Bayley also became the first female Grand Slam champion, further proving the depth and versatility of her career. But what truly defines Bayley's legacy isn't just the titles. It's her ability to constantly reinvent herself. When she turned heel, she led the faction Damage Control with attitude and sharp charisma. With her cool, cunning style and elite storytelling skills, Bayley proved she's more than just a great wrestler, she's a top-tier performer. She inspires a new generation not only through her victories but by staying true to herself, embracing change, and chasing her passion relentlessly. Natalya. As a proud member of the legendary Hart wrestling family, Natalya was practically born to step into a WWE ring. Since her debut in 2007, she has remained with the company for nearly 2 decades, a remarkable run that speaks volumes about her dedication and resilience. Natalya isn't just the longest-tenured female wrestler in WWE today, She's also one of the pioneers who helped lay the foundation for the modern women's division. She's held the Divas Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, and the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, making her one of the few women to achieve success across all major categories. But Natalya's true value doesn't lie solely in her title wins. She's been a consistent, dependable presence, often playing the crucial role of elevating and supporting younger talent. Natalya's wrestling style is rooted in classic technique, showcasing the signature Heart Dungeon influence. Her matches are always respected for their technical precision, from well-executed submissions to in-ring storytelling. She's participated in several groundbreaking women's matches, including first-time-ever bouts like the Elimination Chamber and lengthy gauntlet matches. Outside the ring, she embodies professionalism and perseverance. Natalya doesn't need flashy moments to earn respect. Her consistency, dedication, and quiet strength make her a deserving name among the greatest female wrestlers of all time. Molly Holly. When talking about iconic women during WWE's transitional era, Molly Holly stands out as a true trailblazer. She started in the company in 2000 under the name Lady Ophelia, and quickly proved she was more than just a pretty face. With elegant looks, smart ring psychology, and bold in-ring style, she shed the role of side character and earned her place as one of the most respected women in WWE at the time. Throughout the early 2000s, Molly became a two-time women's champion, an impressive feat given the strong competition from stars like Trish Stratus, Lita, and Victoria. She also played key roles in major storylines, particularly in her alliance with Trish Stratus during a heated rivalry with Lita from 2003 to 2005. Molly's ability to tell stories through facial expressions, movement, and pacing made her an essential part of that golden era. What set Molly apart was that she never relied on gimmicks or shock value. Instead, she let her humility and pure wrestling ability do the talking, a rare approach during a time when women's matches were often treated as secondary. Her quiet but impactful contribution to the industry was finally recognized when WWE inducted her into the Hall of Fame in 2007, a well-earned honor for a wrestler who never needed the spotlight to be great. Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson wasn't just a beauty icon in early 2000s WWE. She was an essential figure during the transitional era of women's wrestling. Joining WWE in 2001 and making waves on SmackDown as Vince McMahon's on-screen love interest, Tori quickly became a fan favorite thanks to her captivating presence, standout physique, and confident performance style. Although she didn't come from a professional wrestling background, she won over audiences with her commitment in the ring and her ability to thrive in dramatic, high-profile storylines. Throughout her WWE career, she was involved in countless memorable moments, from headline-grabbing bikini contests to emotional rivalries with stars like Dawn Marie and Sable. Tori never held a championship, but that never diminished her impact. As the face of several marketing campaigns and media appearances, she played a key role in bringing WWE closer to mainstream audiences. In 2019, Tori Wilson was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a well-deserved recognition of her contributions, both in terms of visibility and spirit. She's living proof that you don't need a championship belt to become a legend. For Tori, the love from fans has always been the greatest title she could ever earn. Paige. Paige, born Soraya J. Bevis, is one of the most groundbreaking talents WWE has ever seen in the modern era. Coming from a wrestling family in England, she entered WWE like a breath of fresh air, young, bold, and completely unlike anything fans had experienced before. She made her mark in NXT, where she became the first-ever NXT Women's Champion. But her true breakout moment came in 2014, when she debuted on Raw and shockingly defeated AJ Lee to win the Divas Championship on her very first night. At that moment, Paige simultaneously held both the Divas and NXT Women's Championships, an unprecedented feat that instantly established her as a force to be reckoned with. With her goth-inspired look, aggressive in-ring style, and fierce personality, Paige helped redefine what a WWE female superstar could be. Not just glamorous, but intense, real, and in full control of the ring. Although her in-ring career was cut short by a serious injury, Paige's influence was already deeply cemented. She wasn't just a game-changer, she laid the groundwork for the women's revolution in WWE. Every time she stepped into the ring, she embodied a new era of strength, independence, and rule-breaking authenticity. AJ Lee. AJ Lee is a name that absolutely belongs in any conversation about the women who redefined the role of female superstars in WWE. She joined the company in 2009 and wasted no time proving she was more than just a pretty face. She was one of the sharpest, most unique personalities WWE had ever seen. Though she only served as Raw's general manager for 3 brief months, AJ made a lasting impression with unforgettable moments, from her razor-sharp promos to unexpected slaps that kept fans on their toes. But where AJ truly left her mark was in the ring. With a fast-paced, agile and technical wrestling style matched by her fierce attitude, she captured the Divas Championship 3 times and held it for 295 days, a record-setting reign at the time. Unlike many of her contemporaries who leaned into glamour-based personas, AJ carved her own lane with a rebellious, comic book-loving, quirky but magnetic image. She didn't try to fit in, she made standing out her signature. AJ's impact didn't stop at wrestling. She also proved her talent as an author with Crazy Is My Superpower, which quickly became a New York Times bestseller. The book wasn't just a memoir, it was a bold declaration about embracing one's uniqueness. AJ Lee wasn't just a champion in the ring, she became a symbol for anyone who's ever felt different, and showed the world how to turn that difference into strength. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, born Mercedes Justine Kastner Varnado, is one of the most dynamic female stars of WWE's modern era. Before arriving in WWE, she cut her teeth in the independent wrestling scene, where she honed her craft and developed a powerful ring presence. After joining WWE and rising through NXT, it quickly became clear that Sasha wasn't just another face, she was a firestorm waiting to explode. Her big break came in 2015 when she was promoted to the main roster on Raw, marking a major turning point in her career. Sasha quickly became a central figure in the women's division, bringing unmatched energy, charisma, and star power. She captured the Raw Women's Championship 4 times and racked up multiple accolades, with her matches often stealing the show at pay-per-views and earning critical acclaim for their intensity and storytelling. Still, Sasha was never one to settle for the status quo. In 2022, she left WWE due to creative differences, a bold move that reflected her strong sense of independence and desire to take control of her own path. Since then, she's expanded her horizons into acting and international wrestling promotions, continuing to grow her legacy as a cultural and athletic icon. Wherever she goes, the name Sasha Banks remains synonymous with fearless ambition and unforgettable moments, not just delivering matches, but creating legends. Mickie James. Mickie James is one of the most versatile and enduring female wrestlers ever to step foot in a WWE ring. She officially joined the main roster in 2005 and quickly made an impact with her fiery personality, high-energy performances, and can't-miss storylines. Her debut as an obsessed fan of Trish Stratus became one of the most memorable women's storylines of the era, and at WrestleMania 22, Mickie shocked the world by defeating her idol to win her first women's championship. She didn't stop there. Mickie went on to win the Women's Championship 5 more times, and later captured the Divas Championship as well. She is one of the rare women to find major success during WWE's golden era and its modern transition. In 2016, after a lengthy absence, Mickie made a surprise return to WWE, proving that her passion and ring skills hadn't faded with time. In 2019, she was drafted from Raw to SmackDown, continuing to contribute to the brand where she once shined brightest. Beyond wrestling, Mickie James is also a successful country music artist. She has released multiple records and performed on major stages, showing that her talents extend far beyond the squared circle. Mickie represents passion and perseverance, a true warrior inside and outside the ring, and undoubtedly one of the greatest female legends in WWE history. Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix, born Elizabeth Copeland, is one of the most iconic powerhouses and technicians in WWE's women's division throughout the 2000s. With her muscular frame and commanding presence, Beth carved out a unique identity as the Glamazon, a woman who was both stunning and incredibly strong. WWE fans first witnessed her dominance in 2007 when she captured the Women's Championship, kicking off a streak of success that would last for years. Over the course of her career, Beth Phoenix won the Women's Championship 3 times and also claimed the Divas Championship once. She regularly competed in high-stakes matches, where her strength and experience helped produce intense, memorable bouts. Unlike many of her peers who leaned heavily into entertainment, Beth brought a powerful mix of pure wrestling skill and captivating stage presence. She became a standout at a time when WWE was redefining the role of women in professional wrestling. After stepping away from active competition, Beth continued to serve WWE as a commentator on NXT and occasionally returned to the ring for special events. Her recent appearances alongside her husband, Edge, have only added to her legacy and admiration from fans. Beth Phoenix is more than just a champion. She's a true warrior, a symbol of strength, resilience, and unshakable spirit in WWE history. Alandra Blaze. Alandra Blaze, also known as Medusa, was one of the pioneering female wrestlers who had a profound impact on the evolution of women's wrestling in the 1990s. Joining the WWF in 1993, she quickly stood out with her powerful in-ring style, commanding presence, and exceptional charisma. At a time when women's wrestling wasn't given proper investment or respect, Alandra proved that technical skill, confidence, and resilience could rise above gender stereotypes. Right from the start, she captured the Women's Championship, solidifying her place as a top name in the division. One of the most memorable matches of her career was actually a loss to Bull Nakano in 1994. A fierce, physical showdown that became an instant classic and helped elevate women's wrestling to new heights during that era. While her WWE tenure wasn't long, the legacy she left behind remains unforgettable. Alandra Blaze is also remembered for one of the most rebellious moments in wrestling history, when she threw the WWE Women's Championship belt into a trash can live on TV. It was a shocking act of defiance that showcased her bold personality and willingness to stand against what she didn't believe in. In 2015, she was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a fitting recognition of her trailblazing contributions. For Alandra, the ring wasn't just a place to compete, it was a platform to stand firm in your beliefs, something few dared to do in her time. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is more than a WWE champion. She's a global symbol of female strength and empowerment. Before stepping into the world of professional wrestling, Ronda was already a household name in combat sports, having earned a bronze medal in judo at the 2008 Olympics and later dominating the UFC as the promotion's first-ever female champion. With her impressive record and warrior mindset, she quickly became one of the most influential female athletes in combat sports history. In 2018, Ronda shocked the world by joining WWE and making her in-ring debut at WrestleMania 34. In her very first match, she impressed fans and critics alike by blending her MMA grappling with the storytelling and showmanship of sports entertainment. It didn't take long for her to capture the WWE Women's Championship 3 times, proving she wasn't just a crossover star, she was the real deal. What set Ronda apart was her ability to bring the intensity of real combat into every performance. Her matches were serious, fast-paced, and emotionally charged. While her run in WWE wasn't as long as some of the company's legends, her presence made a lasting impact during a key transitional era for the women's division. Ronda Rousey proved that even if you come from a different world, you can still create your own legacy in the ring, as long as you bring the heart of a true fighter. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, born Alexis Cabrera, has become one of WWE's most prominent female superstars of the past decade. She joined WWE in 2013 as part of its developmental system in NXT, initially playing a small role. But it didn't take long for Alexa to rise quickly through the ranks, earning a spot on the SmackDown main roster in 2016. With her doll-like face, icy stare, and sharp demeanor, she crafted a captivating heel persona, equal parts alluring and dangerous. As soon as she arrived on SmackDown, Alexa made her presence known by capturing the SmackDown Women's Championship, not once, but twice, elevating her status overnight. In 2017, she was drafted to Raw, where she continued her momentum by winning the Raw Women's Championship 3 times, a rare feat especially for someone with a smaller stature compared to her peers. Alexa's success wasn't just built on titles. Her true strength lies in her ability to fully embody her characters. Whether portraying a spoiled mean girl or later embracing a darker, supernatural persona alongside Bray Wyatt, Alexa consistently captivated audiences. With outstanding mic skills, excellent in-ring psychology, and a distinct presence, Alexa Bliss is proof that true strength in wrestling comes from more than size. It comes from character, confidence, and intelligence. Bull Nakano. Bull Nakano, born Kiko Aiko, was one of the most unforgettable Japanese female wrestlers to leave a mark in WWF during the 1990s. Debuting in the company in 1994, Bull was like a force of nature, a complete departure from the traditional image of women in WWE at the time. Her imposing physique, towering hair, dramatic makeup, and aggressive in-ring style immediately drew attention from both fans and critics. But Bull was far more than just a striking look. She was technically skilled, incredibly strong, and brought a level of intensity rarely seen in women's matches of that era. One of her defining moments came when she defeated Alandra Blaze to win the Women's Championship, launching a brief but impactful reign in WWF. She didn't just elevate herself, she helped introduce the fierce, athletic style of Japanese women's wrestling to American audiences. After her US run, Bull returned to Japan and continued wrestling at a high level. Later, she surprised fans again by transitioning into a professional golf career, a testament to her athletic spirit and relentless drive. Bull Nakano didn't need many words to make a statement. Her presence, power, and unshakable identity made her a true legend, a symbol of defiance, dominance, and unapologetic individuality. Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is more than a champion. She's a symbol of grit, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Joining WWE in 2013, Becky began her journey in NXT, facing an uphill battle from the start. She wasn't the company's golden girl, but through sheer determination and undeniable talent, she slowly won over fans and forced the spotlight her way. With a fiery in-ring style, bold personality, and razor-sharp promo ability, Becky made her mark on the main roster. She went on to win the SmackDown Women's Championship 4 times, but her defining moment came when she claimed the Raw Women's Championship and held it for a record-breaking 399 days. That reign wasn't just a number, it was proof of her star power, consistency, and irreplaceable value in WWE. She also made history by winning the main event of WrestleMania 35, the first time ever that women headlined WWE's biggest show, with Becky standing front and center. In 2023, she added the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship to her list of achievements, completing the set of major titles and officially becoming WWE's 6th ever Triple Crown champion. Becky's career is a story of resilience and belief, of someone who wasn't handed the spotlight but earned it, step by step, until she became one of the most iconic women to ever grace a WWE ring. Asuka. Asuka, born Kanako Yurai, is the perfect embodiment of pure technique fused with a larger-than-life presence in the world of women's wrestling. Joining WWE in 2015, Asuka took over NXT with an unstoppable momentum. In 2016, she became the NXT Women's Champion and held the title for a record-breaking 510 days, a streak that remains unmatched to this day. With her incredible undefeated run, Asuka moved up to the main roster in 2017 as a true force to be reckoned with. Unlike anyone before her, Asuka brought something entirely unique to WWE. From her vibrant ring attire and mysterious mask to her fierce and precise in-ring style, she stood out from the crowd. On the main roster, Asuka went on to win the Raw Women's Championship twice, the SmackDown Women's Championship once, and became a 3-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, achievements that cement her legacy as one of the most complete and successful female superstars in WWE history. In 2023, Asuka proved she was still at the top of her game by winning the Elimination Chamber match, one of WWE's most grueling bouts, demanding both strategy and endurance. That victory wasn't just another win, it was a statement that her fire still burns as bright as ever. With a career filled with milestones, Asuka has become more than a champion, she's a living legend. Representing Japan on the global stage, she continues to deliver intensity, mystique, and unshakable passion every time she steps into the ring. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, born Ashley Elizabeth Flair, is the embodiment of excellence, legacy, and dominance in WWE. As the daughter of the legendary Ric Flair, Charlotte carries a name that's steeped in wrestling history, but she has carved her own extraordinary path and legacy. From the moment she stepped into the ring, she made it clear that she wasn't just someone's daughter, but a world-class athlete with unmatched talent and unbreakable resolve. Charlotte holds an astonishing record of 14 World Championship reigns, a number few, male or female, can ever dream of reaching. In 2016, she helped break barriers by becoming one of the first women to headline a WWE pay-per-view, a milestone that redefined what female wrestlers could achieve on the main stage. Charlotte isn't just a face of the WWE Women's Division, she's a symbol of professionalism, strength, and relentless pursuit of greatness. Even though she eventually lost the SmackDown Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley after a 92-day reign, that moment didn't dim her shine. With her dynamic wrestling style, pinpoint execution, and commanding presence, Charlotte continues to captivate every time she walks down the ramp. She's a born superstar, and every time she steps into the ring, She reminds the world that royalty isn't given. It's earned. Chyna. Just the mention of Chyna's name instantly brings fans back to one of the boldest, most groundbreaking eras in WWE history. Unlike anyone who came before her, Chyna stepped into the ring with a muscular physique, an icy stare, and an unshakable fighting spirit. She didn't just change how people viewed women's wrestling, she shattered every limit by becoming the first, and still only, woman to win the Intercontinental Championship twice. From the moment she joined WWF, Chyna refused to follow the traditional, glamorous diva mold fans were used to. She represented strength, individuality, and fearlessness. Her victories over top-tier male stars like Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle weren't just shocking, they redefined what was possible for women in professional wrestling. Chyna never asked for special treatment. She walked into the ring as a true warrior, equal, fearless, and more than capable of taking down anyone in her path. After leaving WWE, she made a final wrestling appearance in 2011 with TNA, marking the last time fans would see her compete. Though her personal life was filled with struggles, her legacy remains undeniable. Following her passing, WWE finally honored her as part of D-Generation X's induction into the Hall of Fame, a long overdue but well-deserved recognition. Chyna wasn't just a trailblazer. She was the one who kicked the door down, paving the way for generations of women wrestlers to stand tall, with strength, pride, and no apologies. Lita. Lita, real name Amy Christine Dumas, was the fiery rebel who became one of WWE's most iconic and influential female superstars in the early 2000s. From the moment she arrived in WWE as an ally to the Hardy Boys, fans were instantly drawn to her fearless attitude, punk-inspired style, and high-risk in-ring approach. At a time when many women were portrayed as eye candy, Lita quickly proved she was the real deal, an athlete and fighter in every sense. She became known for her daring moves, especially her signature moonsault, a rare sight among female wrestlers at the time. One of her most memorable milestones came when she became the first woman to compete in a TLC, tables, ladders and chairs, match, showing not only her toughness but her determination to break every boundary placed in her path. Her legendary feud with Trish Stratus, which lasted until 2005, delivered some of the most thrilling matches in WWE history and helped elevate women's wrestling to a new level. Lita also played a key role in one of WWE's most talked-about storylines, aligning with Edge during a controversial and dramatic angle that turned her into one of the most compelling female villains of the era. In 2014, she was rightfully inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, solidifying her legacy. And even recently, in 2022, she returned to chase the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, proving that her fire for the ring still burns bright. Lita isn't just a legend, she's living proof that passion, risk-taking, and authenticity never go out of style. Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, a name that instantly brings to mind elegance, grit, and undeniable star power. She debuted in WWE in 2000 and quickly rose to become one of the most prominent figures in women's wrestling. While she first caught attention through a controversial romantic storyline with Vince McMahon, Trish didn't settle for just being eye candy. She evolved, and fast, into a legitimate in-ring performer. Between 2001 and 2003, she captured multiple women's championships and delivered memorable matches against top-tier opponents like Jazz, Victoria, and most famously, Lita. Her fierce rivalry with Lita, which spanned several years and culminated in 2005, became one of the most iconic chapters in WWE women's history. Their battles not only raised the bar technically and emotionally, but also helped elevate women's wrestling to a level of newfound respect and recognition. Trish officially retired from full-time competition and was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2013, a well-deserved honor for her immense contributions to sports entertainment. But she didn't walk away entirely. In 2018, she returned at WWE Evolution to face off against Alexa Bliss, proving that her legacy and skill were far from faded. Trish Stratus wasn't just a great wrestler, she was a trailblazer. She redefined what it meant to be a woman in WWE, powerful, magnetic, and determined to make history on her own terms. Mae Young, a timeless legend. Mae Young was a true pioneer, a foundational figure in the evolution of women's wrestling in America. Beginning her career all the way back in the 1940s, she competed in a rugged era, paving the way for future generations with unwavering courage and resilience. Unlike many who gained fame through titles or spotlight moments, May built her legacy through sheer influence and lifelong dedication to the craft. Her presence in WWE spanned decades, and she shocked and delighted fans by continuing to appear on TV well into her 70s and 80s. Always up for a bold moment, she wasn't afraid to push boundaries and steal the spotlight in the most unexpected ways. Inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2008, Mae Young is more than a historical figure. She's a cornerstone of the WWE Women's Division. With a spirit that never gave up, she proved that true legends aren't bound by time or age. Mae wasn't just part of wrestling's past, she helped shape its future. Who's your favorite on this list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Wrestling Sphere so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos.